Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and once again we are going to get on trail. Now today we are going to be riding, not hiking, in the Lake Pleasant Regional Park area, and where I am parked is actually the main trailhead on the outskirts of the park. It's also the connecting trail for Maricopa Trail, and we'll get into that in another episode. Today should be a fun ride, guys. It's going to be about 25 miles altogether, 26 or so. As you can see, it's cloudy. I didn't even realize that there was a chance of rain in the forecast, so we might be getting wet. It happens though sometimes when you ride. Now today's ride is going to take us down to the edge of the water, and there's a washed out bridge, and then we're going to hit blacktop and go around and come down the other side to that same washed out area. Hopefully I've got enough battery life in the camera to get us through those two sections. We'll see what happens. I don't know what I was thinking when I didn't pack an extra battery. Shame on me for that, but you take the good with the bad in some respects. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work, guys. Regardless, though, let's get started. God, let me get my gear on and get all this stuff stowed away, and let's get on that trail and have some fun before the bad weather comes in. But before we do, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on that trail. And we have to ask you, what are you waiting for? Get out, Arizona. It's time for that next adventure. Come on, guys, let's get pedaling. All right, everybody. So as you can see, there's a large body of water. Well, not really a large body of water. This is more like a cove area of Lake Pleasant. Out there, there's hand railing. You can see the concrete pylon. There's one right there into the water. I don't know how well you can see that. There's that piece up there. So normally there's a walkway that connects one side with the other. Now, they've been saying that they were going to rebuild this for quite some time. Who knows when it's actually going to happen, if it's actually going to happen. So at this point, we're going to have to backtrack because the water level, I think, is still too high for us to go back a little bit and then cut across that way. I'll look and check to see because it would be exponentially easier. But at this point, it looks like there's going to be some backtracking involved. So on that note, let's get to the other side and call that halfway point good. All right, guys. So we're making our way along the edge here, as you can see, obviously, this kind of wannabe trail. The water levels dropped significantly, so it's been a hot minute since I've actually been to Lake Pleasant Regional Park. Hopefully the audio is good on this because I'm not taking the camera off my helmet. And the last few times that I was here, this entire area that, you know, I don't know if you could see my hand where I'm pointing or not, was submerged. Okay, so the water level here ebbs and flows based on how much runoff, okay, comes into the lake. Rain, water diversion, there's a couple different things. So, yeah, it looks like there might be a way for us just to get around instead of having to backtrack and ride the asphalt to the other side. So, yeah, looks like that might be the place right there to do it. Maybe not the most opportune place, but it's the place that we're gonna certainly give the old college try. So, all right, I'm gonna pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm gonna let the camera keep rolling in case anything happens that needs to be captured for posterity, as far as that goes. But yeah, let's get to the other side and get to riding again. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna try to shoehorn through here. I really don't want to get wet feet. The water's probably cold, and yeah, I'm just not about that gangster life. So let's see if we can't fit through here without effing ourselves up. Well, regardless, this turned into quite the adventure, you know, as far as that goes. And this is it. I mean, I'm sure no matter where you're at, hiking or mountain biking, there's going to be some trails where you might have to dismount and work yourself through different parts of the terrain. Yeah, in Arizona, kind of comes with the territory. So, but yeah, so we made it through, and we're gonna get over here to this connector and keep on riding, see what we can't find. So let's get going on the second half of the ride for sure. So we are actually at the end of the trail system, particular trail system in Lake Pleasant Regional Park. Now, according to the Garmin, we've ridden 9.69 miles. Now, we'll probably be over 20 by the time we get back. I'm still thinking about going to the top of Yavapai Summit. Don't know for sure yet, but it's been a lot of fun. The overcast. You know, I'd appreciate it probably more in the summer months when it's warmer, but it has made for a moody ride, so to speak. Luckily, there hasn't been any rain, no sprinkles, nothing to get us wet, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So again, this is more or less the midway point. Now, I've already snacked and carved up for the ride back. It's important. Hydrate, obviously, got to maintain energy and hydration levels. You don't want to bonk or have something happen out on the trail again. Winter months, dehydration still can occur, although not as quickly or suddenly as in the summer months here in Arizona. So all that being said, this is on the 360 cam, so if it looks fish-eyed or something like that, I apologize. What are you going to do? Battery's dead on my Sony, my Zev 10, and I don't have another one with me. So rookie mistake, won't happen again. And we're going to do the trail summary when I get home. And we'll just see how that one works out. So all that being said, guys, thanks for sticking it out to this point. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon. And we thank you for your support. So let's get geared back up, helmet back on, and knock out the second half of this ride. and call it good. So come on, let's go. So the single track here is pretty narrow, and we're on Yavapai Trail right now, heading to Yavapai Summit. Oh Lord, look at him! What a beauty! Oh yeah! All right, guys, as I was saying, the single track on here is pretty narrow, so you really need to be careful. Now, I have my dropper all the way down. In case I lose my balance, I can plant my feet firmly, and I'm really not gonna go to the side one way or the other. But besides that, let's talk about the friggin' two mama donkeys and their babies. That was freaking cool. Again, you never know what you're gonna see when you're out mountain biking, so that was a lot of fun. Whoa, that was close. All right, guys, Yavapai Summit has been reached. Tell me that wasn't worth it. All right, so as I was saying, coming downhill, you want to exercise just as much caution as going uphill. The trail could be even more treacherous because you have gravity actually now working against you in the form of skids and slides. So just be prudent and remember, there's no shame in getting off the bike and walking. Safety first, guys. Whoa. Pedal strikes galore. So these logs that you're seeing every so often, they're meant as a trail break for riders not to gain too much speed. Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Thank you. And to curb water that would flow during rainstorms on the trail. So it serves two purposes, safety and trail preservation. So the thing is they're usually not as exposed, and this summer we had a lot of rain, which they did their job, but the dirt that was mounded around them washed away and eroded. So you need to be cognizant. You can ride over them just fine. Just lift your front tire up a little bit. And only other thing you have to look out for is the stakes, the rods that they use to hammer those suckers in. That'll end your ride really quick if you happen to catch one of those on the tire. So just be careful. This place should look familiar. Alright, let's Just try not to chunk it in the water. Alright guys, so as you can see, well, actually I stopped recording, but those people were super nice, the ones walking right over there. Not all hikers are angry, and you know, things like that happen. I'll admit, you know, that part of the trail I shouldn't have been on. I rolled the dice, and even though the two ladies that I ran into were very nice and pleasant, and I yielded it to them, the gentleman wasn't. It's just the way it works sometimes. So, alright guys, it's up and away. Hey everybody, so obviously we're at the end of the video, and yeah, we're not in the Lake Pleasant Regional Park anymore. We're actually what I refer to as the GOA Studios, which is nothing more than my garage, part of my garage in El Mirage, Arizona. So the battery was dead on my Sony ZV-E10, and the rookie move, did not have an extra one in the bag. These things happen, okay? On a long enough timeline, these things happen. So for better or for worse, we're gonna do the trail summary here instead of at Regional Park. Now, I thought, you know, pros, cons, you know, the only con I could think of is a lack of continuity, just because we're not, you know, on the trail. Pros, I'm clean. I haven't eaten, so I'm not hungry. And, oh man, I got a couple delicious coffee. And I'm in climate control. So who can argue those facts? But anyways, I digress. Oh, we'll get back on track here. So the ride was really good, and I've got some stats from the Garmin. So the total ride was 21.34 miles, and elevation was 2,400 vertical feet gained. Now, it was 3 hours and 46 minutes and 49 seconds and an average speed of 5.6. But, you know, I don't stop the Garmin when I stop to change out battery on the Insta360 or take photos for the Instagram or anything like that. I just keep on riding. So the duration of time is a little misleading, I would say. Now, I'm going to have a link down below in the description to the Trailforks, because I record all these rides on Trailforks as well, so you can see the exact route that I took. Obviously, did have a run-in with a hiker on Yavapai. It's a hiking only trail. It's kind of my bad too. But if you notice, the two women who, you know, I came, met with the whole donkey encounter, or herd of donkeys encounter, same two women, you know, they were nice. And, you know, 95%, I would say, of the hikers I come across are very pleasant. And, you know, I gave right away and everything like that. He just wasn't going to have any of it. And for better or for worse, technically he was right. It's perplexing to me that that's the sword he's going to choose to die on, with everything else that you could be upset about. But I get it. And we do always say, you know, be amazing stewards on that trail. Today I fell a little short. I know it's a hike only. I rolled the dice. I biked on a hike only path, and there were some hikers there, and I got called out for it. So he was well within his rights to do so. I can't argue about that, but what are you going to do? So there you have it, guys. It was a great day. The weather was beautiful. We had that overcast the entire time, did not get rained on, which is definitely a plus. Couldn't ask for more. Lake Pleasant Regional Park is always good for some vertical feet. Fairly technical, really chunky. Now, I haven't been there in a hot minute, and so the rains that we've had since I've been there have really exposed a lot of underlying rocks. So some of those downhills that were once very smooth are now very technical rock gardens, so you have to be mindful of that. Other than that, there's a lot to explore out there. Um, for the most part, the trails that we rode today are the predominant trails. There are some other marked trails that you can ride that are, I would say, either connectors or just out and back. So little dead end ancillary trails that you could take around. It's a great place to kayak, obviously to boat or water ski if that's what you do, mountain bike or hike. There's a lot to see. It's a really beautiful place. You just have to get out and get out there and put the legwork in to see it. So on that note, guys, it's always a pleasure. I can't thank you enough for your support. A lot of different things coming here over the next couple weeks. Now, when you see this video, I believe it's going to be the 1st of December, 2nd of December. So we've only got a little bit of time for the end of the year, and we've got a lot of stuff planned for 2022. Out of the gate, we're going to come shooting. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I am creating that. So on that note, follow the links down below. We have a link to our social media, which is going to be our Instagram, our Facebook, and now our TikTok. There's going to be a link to the Trailforks ride for today, so you have all that good GPS information. So if you want to take the same ride or parts of the ride that we did today, you're more than welcome to. That's a public link down there. And I have to remind everybody that now that we can do affiliate links, some of those links down there might be affiliate links, and if you click them and you make a purchase, it's not any more expensive to you, but Get Out Arizona might receive a small commission for that. So got to be upfront with that now. And that's it, guys. Man, it's been a great year so far. I'm so excited. So what do we always say, guys? Be kind to yourself and others, right? It was kind of put to the test today. Be amazing stewards on the trail, and that was put to the test today as well too. So, and we gotta ask, what are you waiting for? Get out, Arizona. We will see you on that next adventure. Take care, guys, and again, thanks for everything.